Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Manny Pacquiao's coming down to the ring, and you can tell with that zip in his step that he plans on this one being a spectacular evening for him. Guerrero's on his way to take this tough challenge inside the ropes, but not much focus and passion in these final moments leading the way here.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Teddy, we know about the natural advantage that a southpaw can have against an orthodox. Pacquiao now facing a fellow lefty.
Yeah, he's looking in the mirror now. Nobody has the advantage of being on the wrong side, of being a lefty. But Manny must remember, just like he was in there with an orthodox fighter, his advantage is his advantage, and that's speed, and that's boxing.
Not an accurate hook at all.
Nice, nice.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Stay away from him, come on! Stay away!
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Guerrero's proving to be elusive. Double jab by Manny Pacquiao. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Keep moving, keep moving.
I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Oh, this is a wipeout. You're winning this fight. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you got this. Just... Go out and get him. Go out and fight this guy.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Nowhere close, that punch by Manny Pacquiao. Guerrero's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Teddy, many times that label of being a southpaw in boxing conjures up certain images. None of those images apply to Manny Pacquiao.
No, well, Pacquiao, whether he was a southpaw or orthodox, he's not standard. He's very fast. He comes at you in any kind of angle that suits him for that moment. He will adjust on the fly.
Double jab right to the face. Good job with another left hand. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Manny Pacquiao. Very nice work with the double jab up top. The countdown, the final moments of this round. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. End of the round. And this is a little bit hard to take if you're sitting back at home watching this fight and saying, I just don't get it. I mean, if you want to win the fight, you have to throw punches.
Maybe he doesn't want to win the fight. See, you're taking for granted that...
What, is he scared? He's fearful?
Hey, everybody's scared. Anyone who's in that ring is scared. He's not controlling his fear. He's not taking it, and that's for people in all aspects of life, whatever they do. You have to take whatever it is that can intimidate you, and you got to put it on the side and say, okay, right now, I'm not going to let that get in the way. He's letting it get in the way.
Almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Good job staying away from the danger there. Pacquiao's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Halfway through this round.
Back to the body. You need to keep that head moving.
Able to show you his blocking ability. In March 2010, I think we got confirmation just as to how much of a superstar Manny Pacquiao is. The new Cowboy Stadium fighting Josh Clottey, a guy who has no draw, no appeal to the mainstream fan. And over 100,000 come out to see Manny Pacquiao fight.
And Clottey didn't help himself in that area, in that dimension, because after that performance, you know, he still has no clout and no draw to the people. But Manny was the story. Manny was the star. And it goes to show you that we can do like they did in the 30s and the 40s, where they sold out arenas and ballparks. If you promote the sport and identify with the participants the right way.
And with Pacquiao, that's easy to do, as we saw that night in Texas.
That's it. I need another round like that, just like that.
Start of round number 4, easy scorecard to put together. Pacquiao's up 3 rounds to zip, and Teddy, he's been carrying this fight because he's just simply been the more active guy.
Yeah, nobody's really landing a lot, to be honest, but when one guy's a lot busier than the other guy, he wins the rounds.
Good work defensively by Manny Pacquiao. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Pacquiao's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Guerrero's not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Guerrero's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Manny Pacquiao is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
More punches! Nice!
Pacquiao swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there.
Yeah, that's it.
Again to the melon. Unable to score with the hook. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good exchange. He fires back.
Block! Block!
Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
Pacquiao's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Nice. Active body.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. Well, we used to tell the fighters, when a guy's elusive like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao.
He's tight. He's tight. Let's do it. Keep working the jab. Good.
That's why they call it the sweet science. Good work by Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, real smart there. Making them miss, making them pay.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Move those feet.
Guerrero's scoring with that right hand. So he takes a breather between rounds after he just put forth more of the same punishment. Teddy, we've been sitting here all night long as he lands these thudding blows. You can just hear the damage landing.
Yeah, and I can feel them. Some fluids that I don't really want are coming onto my shirt.
Guerrero's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away.
Nice work. Nice work. Move your head. Levante la cabeza.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
He's tired.
Double jab by Manny Pacquiao.
You're not focusing. Side to side.
Guerrero's doing a poor job. There's no other way to really say it. I mean, he's sitting there trying to stay committed to being a counterpuncher, but in the meantime, the fight is getting away from him in a big way.
Yeah, he needs a plan B right now. You know, he came in with plan A, Joe, but plan B is what he needs. He has to find another way to create offense. He's not going to be able to do it countering on the back end.
Keep doing what you're doing.
That was not well targeted by Manny Pacquiao.
Hey, keep your feet moving.
Nice work doubling up that jab. takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round.
Keep pushing.
And that's the end of round 6. Pacquiao's in dominating form here tonight. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and he's ahead on our scorecards ringside.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's in the other guy's hometown. So don't let up too soon. Don't start partying too soon. You know, still keep doing the things you were doing to get you to this place.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. He just missed that shot up top. Guerrero's opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Robert Guerrero's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
That's it. Get after him.
A good counterpunch by Manny Pacquiao.
Keep moving.
At the halfway point of round 7. Guerrero's well off the mark that time. You know, sometimes a fight takes on a life of its own. This fight has grown into something bigger than both men. They both have risen each other up.
Yes, that's a good point. They've made each other better. They've forced each other to become something that when they got to the arena tonight, they were not sure they could be that.
He digs in with an uppercut after blocking that shot away.
More defense.
That straight right, unable to connect. Guerrero's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
It's all right. Just keep moving.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. This is just a good, solid fight. Yes, he's leading on your scorecard here as we begin round number 8, but there has been some back and forth, some give and take.
His opponent has found some kinks in the armor, namely that right hand over the jab.
Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's winning the fight to me based on his overall speed. He's just a faster, quicker fighter, and it's making it so that he's able to employ his ways and get the best of his opponent.
Oh, he has that physical asset, no doubt about it. You can see it. But he has to be careful that he doesn't get carried away. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Manny Pacquiao. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own.
Looking good.
He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Guerrero's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Great defense turning to offense for Manny Pacquiao right there. Blocked and punched back. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Big, big shot comes crashing home. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Guerrero's corner has to get to work now. That bell couldn't have come at a more opportune time. He was getting rocked in that round.
But now in the corner, they have to bring him back. They have to revitalize him because, believe me, there might not be bells going off in his head right now, but there's plenty of noise.
Blocks the headshot. Guerrero's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So you want to go out there, maybe feint him a little bit. Let him think you're okay. Let him think you want to go after him. Let him think you want to engage a little bit, and then wind up boxing, staying on the outside, buying some time.
1, 2.
Took a shot, now he gives the left. Guerrero's combination punching is just perfect there. 3 punches landing. Pacquiao's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Good looking right hand after he got hit. A classic 1-2 combo by Manny Pacquiao.
Side to side, move your head.
That is just supreme skill by Manny Pacquiao there. He has a block on one end, counters back and scores on his own. Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Manny Pacquiao is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Wow, Teddy, he's got some great hand speed there. That combination was an example of it.
Yeah, it was. You know, not a lot of power, not a lot of pop with it, but boy, it catches your attention. And you know what? That kind of speed can intimidate a guy and keep his opponent maybe from moving his hands later on.
He missed with that headshot. Another good round by him there. Teddy, he can't miss tonight.
No, I'm taking nothing away from him, but you can't miss when your opponent goes out there and begs you to hit him. I mean, he's just standing right there asking for it.
They meet up one more time. The last round has arrived. Manny Pacquiao's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Guerrero's showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. Hitting his mark there, going upstairs.
Head and body, okay. Pay him back.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Manny Pacquiao. Guerrero's got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But, Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway where cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
To get away from his opponent's left hand is so evident.
And it's going to stay that way if he doesn't change something. He needs to move the other direction, away from that punch.
Off the target by Manny Pacquiao. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Guerrero's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. He's punching him. There it is. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Completely one-sided fight. At least that's the way we saw it.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw it any other way, you'd have to put a warning out the next time these judges judge a fight kind of like on a pack of cigarettes. You know, this could be hazardous to your health. I mean, these guys could be hazardous to your career if they scored any other way.
Here's the official decision. This was a sure and steady effort by Manny Pacquiao tonight, and it earns him a unanimous decision win. Teddy, your scorecard reflects that as well.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever a question of who was going to win. It was how. Was it going to be knockout or unanimous decision? We got it the right way.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.